everyone, Morgan here. So first of all, before I jump into this topic, I do want to thank Bear Independent for the amazing stickers. It makes me realize I gotta up my sticker game. I had just casually mentioned that I wanted to fill our freezer full of stickers, and he sent all these amazing stickers. So thank you so much to Bear Independent. You are amazing. These stickers are amazing. And I'm just saying, I really need a tactical chicken shirt. I would just wear that like all the time. So tactical chicken shirt, get on that. I'm going to tell him too. But anyway, so I have been noticing an anti-bug out bag movement, and I first voiced this with the Angry Prepper when I was being interviewed on his channel. And I first, we talked about it, and I realized when I brought it up, he said, yeah, I've noticed that too. So it wasn't just me that has been noticing this anti-bug out bag movement, but I feel like people really become hyper-focused, like with this pandemic and with, lockdowns and stuff like that, there's no reason to bug out, right? But we're not just talking about a pandemic in which you're stuck inside your homes or, you shouldn't go out or whatever the case may be. We're not just talking about pandemics. We're talking about natural disasters. We're talking about, wildfires. We're talking about things that could potentially have a drastic effect on you and your home and could force you out of your home. Chemical spills, whatever the case may be. Now, I live in a rural area and I still keep a bug out bag. In fact, I'm in the process of inventorying it right now, but I still keep a bug out bag for me, my family. It's constantly updated because I just don't know what could potentially happen. Just the other day, I was talking about this, and I've talked about it a couple times, but it wasn't just the other day, it was like a few months ago. There was a fire that was started on top of the mountain that is not that far away. It's like 10 miles or something. And 10 miles, and it was a really windy day too. And 10 miles for a wildfire, that's nothing. So I just don't know, that situation I watched very closely, and I had my bags, ready to go to just throw in the vehicle. We were ready to go. You just don't know in these situations. You don't know when you're ever going to have to potentially leave your home due to flooding or a natural disaster or, a wildfire, whatever the case may be. And you may think that you're in like a super safe zone. You'll never have to bug out, but you just don't know. But that's why we prep. We're prepping for those unexpected circumstances. You have the bug out bag for just in case. You have the first aid items for just in case. You have the food and water for just in case. You have all this knowledge and skills for just in case. That's the whole point of preparedness. It's about being proactive instead of reactive. And we have plans in place, these emergency plans and things in place, our bug out bags in place, so that if we ever do have to immediately go, we can grab it and go. Your bug out bag doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be extensive. It doesn't have to be like, I'm never coming home bag. It just has to be something that has like some emergency documents in it, a little bit of food, maybe a first aid kit, some emergency, medications. It just has to have some basic emergency supplies. Again, everything that we do is for just in case. We hope for the best, but we prepare for the worst. We're prepared. We're not scared. All of these things. And so by having a bug out bag, it doesn't have to be huge. It could be just a small little bag. It could be a little suitcase. It could be just like a 5-gallon bucket with some food in it. Whatever you think is going to be important. I'm not going to tell you, that you have to have certain things in your bug out bag. I'm not going to tell you that if you don't have this and you're not prepared. I'm not going to tell you that unless you want to go running up into the woods all by yourself and live as a hermit that you're not prepared. I'm not going to tell you these things because your bug out plan and your bug out bag is going to be personal to you. But please still have one. Don't hyper focus on this pandemic or whatever it is you're hyper focusing on and saying that the bug out bag is now useless. Every single person should have one. Like I said, I'm in a rural area, and yes, it might take an extreme scenario to push us out so that, we would bug out, and maybe we wouldn't even be bugging out that far, but we are pretty far from, civilization. We're about an hour to the nearest hospital. So let's say that, we needed to go to the hospital for a while. Maybe I have a hospital bag or something that that would have some, extra clothing in it, some, just whatever I want, like, something to charge phones with, whatever, just these little things that can help us either on the way to, the hospital, at the hospital, waiting, whatever the case may be. Emergency contact numbers, all these things. I don't know where this anti-bug out bag movement is coming. I think the bug out bag has been glorified. It's been fantasized about. It's been talked about and written about in ways that make it sound this glorious, all available bag, as in, this bag is your only resource when it comes to ever bugging out, but that's not the case. Sometimes it's just going to help you get from point A to point B, and point B, there'll be plenty of resources there, or whatever the case. And, maybe you get stuck in traffic, or maybe you have a blowout on the way to point B, and so your bug out bag's going to come in handy to make a fire, or, whatever the case may be. Again, I'm not trying to tell you, exactly how to build your bug out bag, because every scenario is going to be different. I'm just trying to help you understand that the bug out bag is just going to be something to help you get through. And then sometimes it's just going to help you get from point A to point B. And then maybe your bug out bag will be more of like a get home bag or something like that. A little bit more smaller and condensed, it just has ready to eat foods and a little bit of water in it, and, a compass or whatever the case, a map. Maybe it just has, a few things to help you and your family get through, whatever the case may be. So again, think about your situation and your, what you might need a bug out bag for, what's going on in your area. Even if it's a 1 in a million shot, that's why we prepare. Nobody expected, this pandemic to happen. I can't tell you how many people said, oh, a pandemic was never on my list of things to prep for. Well, we have to be prepared for a variety of things, not just being hyper-focused. And I'm actually going to talk about that in another video, but try not to super hyper-focus on things. Have these things available to you for just in case. Thank you all so much for watching. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.